Alright folks, welcome back to the garage. Hopefully you like my sassy new shirt and haircut. But today what we're going to be doing is, installing a hood pin kit. It's easy, should be a nice quick little video and little project that I can do in my non-garage shirt without my wife yelling at me. But anyway, you set up on the tripod and show you around what I plan on doing. Alright, so no tripod just yet. I totally lied to you.
How dare you?
This is where the original hood bumpers go. There's one here and then one right over here. They were adjustable and they would press up against the hood, kind of in this region here, to keep pressure on the hood, keep it from bouncing around, all like that. And this is typically where folks will put their hood pins. So I'm going to do the same. But what I'm going to do is I will install the actual pin itself, and I need to find where it interacts with the hood so I can drill a hole through my hood and hopefully not screw the pooch on that one. But I'll show you how I plan on doing that in a momentito here. So now I'll get you on the tripod. All right, so as part of the Ford Motorsport, let me see how close I can get you there. Ford Motorsport hood latch kit was a part number M16, what the heck does it say? 16700A. You get a bag full of stuff. And why I picked this one specifically was it has reinforcement plates as well as lanyards. I wanted both of those because I was worried about screws pulling out of the hood. And I wanted a lanyard because, well, I wanted a lanyard. Oh, and the third thing is instead of being the push-in style pin, this is a torsion style, so it slides in and then that slides over the top of the pin itself. Something like this. So you have the pin, boom, be right there. That'll go in and then that'll slide over and it'll actually lock the pin in place as opposed to being the circlip style or whatever the heck it's called. So what I'm going to do here is dump all this stuff out of my freshly painted fender and hopefully not scratch it, but you know, it happens. And got me hardware right here. Hardware. And how this works is you get a couple nuts and a couple washers. That's how my grandma says it. It's not a washer, it's a washer. It's a washing machine. All right, so this guy, you'll take a nut, put it all the way up there, and then a washer. It's going to go in there, but what I need to do first is I actually have to drill a hole in that mount because it's a little too small for this. Drill that, stick the washer on there, nut on there, and what that'll do is that'll actually pinch in this little bracket here, so you can adjust the verticality, how vertical or how proud the pin sticks. So we'll go ahead and drill that hole, and once I get it installed, I'll show you how I plan on marking the hood. All right, got that hole drilled. Now what I'm going to do is stick the hood pin all the way up. I don't know if I'm supposed to do all the way up, but that's what I'm going to do. And the idea that I had, I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, is take a length of painter's tape and fold it in half. And what I'm thinking here is it'll stick on the hood pin, and once I close the hood, it'll press on there, lift it up, and it'll stick to the hood, which you can't see it, but I'm totally pointing at. And that'll give me a reference point on where to drill. So stick that there. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Cool. So it's right there, and it's right in the middle. Oh, you can't see shit. Stuff. You can't see stuff. I'll do it again just to double check, but yeah, I should be able to just drill a hole through there and then through my freshly, poorly painted hood right there, and we'll install the rest of it. All right, so you'll probably can't see that, but there's a little mark right there. I used a center punch because this is a steel framed fiberglass hood. So I'm going to start with just a, what do I have here? 9/64 bit, 1/8 inch bit, something like that. Just something small to get the hole started, because I ultimately have to go up to a 1/2 inch, which is, you know, pretty honking size. All right. After that, nightmare. I'm going to move you back a little bit and angle you down slightly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to double check, make sure that actually lines up, which it does. Looks good. Cool. All right. Now, everything's out of the way. Theoretically, if I measured everything accurately enough, that, okay, I might need to shim it a little bit. Yep, all right. All right, so I ended up using a unibit to drill that out. Got a hole in the hood right here. It is slightly off. It's off actually about 1/4 of the width of the actual pin itself, so it kind of hits there and slides over. But let me toss you back down here so you can see what's what. On the underside, and this is another reason I wanted to go with this kit, on the underside you have this little plate, and if you notice, it has kind of a bevel on it. So that will help this shift ever so slightly. I'm over exaggerating here. And also, because this is threaded and the threaded part does catch on the metal bit of the hood, it doesn't catch on here because this little rim right here is thick enough that it doesn't catch on the threads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss this using some metal tappers up underneath the bottom of the hood on the metal bit as a guide plate. And then I'm going to install this guy over where we drilled out there. I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the bottom, and then a little bit of blue Loctite on the top nuts, just to make sure it stays in place. So I'll shift y'all back over there, and let's get some self-tappers tossed in. All right, after fiddling around with that for a little bit off camera, that's, I dropped a screw. It's... All right, after fiddling around with that for a little bit off camera, I got a couple screws in that guide plate up underneath just to make sure everything is aligned properly. Cool. So that's good. So how this works is that guy's gonna go, and you want it snug. And by the way, my fender bumpers or hood bumpers are brand spanking new, so they will compress over time. So that's gonna go in like so. However, that is really tight, and so you don't scratch your fancy hood, it also comes with this nice little decorative piece right there, and it also helps protect it from getting scratched. So what I need to do is take this, peel the sticky bit off the back. Is that, I don't know if it's sticky bit or just protecting the finish. Let's find out. Protecting the finish. All right, so that side will go up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll put that on there, making sure that the, you know, the screw heads where they go aren't in the way of the pin. And then we're gonna screw that baby on. So you have a little screw, you got a little washer right there. You got a little screw gun. Let's kind of get this lined up. Cool. All right. Now let's see if this thing will actually fit. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm perfectly happy with that. Nice and snug. Ain't going nowhere. All right, next up, have our little lanyards. And the whole point of that is when you're pull your hood pin out, you don't want to, you know, what are you going to do with this? What are you going to do with that? Where are you going? Nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. He's going fucking nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere.
How this goes is this is just a little spring in here. Theoretically, I should be able to, yeah, there we go. Pull it out. See how that just popped out there? Feed this guy in there. In. All right, cool. So lanyard. Let's toss this back in here. There's a really bad angle to be doing it from the side. Anyway, all right, so that's going to go on there. Then the lanyard is going to come on down through here, which you can't really see, but you get an idea. I'm just going to screw that to the, what is that thing called? Radiator support. Robert's your mother's brother. We're good to go. All right, folks. Second one went much easier than the first because I actually knew what I was doing. Because I'm making this up as I go along. Whole car, making it up as I go along. I don't know what the hell I'm actually doing. But anyway, see, I got the, I'll show you. There you go. Just screwed into the radiator support in there. Little lanyard. That way, when you take this off, like that, you can just let it go. And it's all loosey-goosey there, but not getting lost. But anyway, appreciate y'all coming along. Like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. Got some hood pins. It's actually starting to look like a proper car. Ignore the streaky, stripy paint job on the hood. I need to redo that at some point. But kind of emotionally, mentally, physically overdoing bodywork. But anyway, appreciate the time, and see y'all next time.